It's loud in here, and I can't get to a quiet place.
Just go outside,
Is
man.
is
Go
that okay?
outside.
It's pouring rain outside.
You don't have a porch?
Is there a
No.
patio?
You sit in the bathroom, Keith.
Yeah, but what if someone else has to use it?
We'll leave when they have to use it.
And go back
Okay.
in when they're done. Plain and simple.
All right.
All right, there. So what's going on, everybody? It's our show for today there. Welcome to our program. We're starting an hour earlier. We figure, I got done early with doing my stuff there. YR wanted to get going because he had a lot of things he wanted to talk about, some of the stuff that I sent him. For instance, one of them, Jim Seals of Seals of Crops, dead yesterday at the age of 70.
Now, that is a group that was, you could consider soft rock, early 70s.
Absolutely there. It's coming up there pretty soon, the information here about this guy. Now, a lot of things have been going on in here as of late. There's rumors about Kiss being accused of lip syncing again.
Right.
And of course, last week, as we all know, Alec John Such, John Bon Jovi, he was the original bass player. He died at the age of 70. Now, it's an hour before we get Arknolia on the show, unless he's available to come on here.
Yeah, I'm going to add him in right now.
All right, good, yeah. I even sent him the link.
Well, I'm just going to come on to the next show.
Well, when are you going to be home? When are you going to be back home?
7:30. 6:30 your time.
That's what to say, yeah. All right.
All right.
All right, there. All right. Okay, so let's get to the main thing here. As you know, Alec John Such of Bon Jovi, he was the original bass player for about the very beginning, up until about 1993. And we hear Seals and Crofts in the background, a long-time favorite in the soft rock genre there, along with James Taylor, Carole King, and of course, England Dan and John Ford Coley, whose member Dan Seals was the brother of Jim Seals.
I never heard of this group at all.
Seals and Crofts, they had a lot of hit songs. Diamond Girl, Get Closer, Summer Breeze, which is one of their all-time big songs there. I don't know whatever happened to them, if they were still together or they broke up or whatever the heck, but, let me look into this whole thing here. I'm trying to get the whole thing here, okay?
They were kind of like the 70s version of, what's that 80s group? Hall & Oates. They're kind of like the 70s version of
Hall & Oates were actually started out in the Hall & Oates actually started out in the 1970s, believe it or not. In 76.
Weren't they popular in the 80s, though? Weren't they more popular in the 80s?
Yes, they were. They pretty much, were. Seals and Crofts, I don't know what heck happened to them. All right, here's the article right up here, courtesy of, HuffPost.com here. Jim Seals, who was a part of the 1970s rock duo Seals and Crofts, had died at the age of 80. His death was announced on social media by his cousin, Brandy Seals, of the country band Little Texas. No cause of death was listed. Born in 1942 to an oilman, Jim Seals took to music early, winning a fiddle contest at the age of 10 before learning the saxophone at age 13. During the 1950s and 60s, both Seals and his partner, Dash Crofts, played in a band called the Champs, who later became famous for their instrumental song, Tequila, though both joined the band after the recording.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yep.
That one?
But pretty much, yes, absolutely. For a time, the two even backed up Glenn Campbell before deciding, hey, let's go out on the road as ourselves, Seals and Crofts. During the 70s, Seals and Crofts with mostly Jim Seals singing the leads on the song, had a string of chart hits, including Summer Breeze, Diamond Girl, and of course Get Closer. Get Closer, the ones I just mentioned a while ago. They were basically oldies.
Are we starting early?
Yes, we are, kid. And we're talking about Jim Seals. From
Yeah, we
Seals.
have quite a bit of rock news, music news, and then we'll get into our best and the worst, or favorite and least faves of our faves.
All right, there, yeah. Yeah. In
Afternoon, Art, brother.
What's up, Ark? How things going?
Oh, pretty good. And remind me, I've got a couple more topics that might be interesting when we get back to that.
Okay, there, yeah. Sadly, we was hoping to get Bullfrog on the show, as I mentioned there, but apparently he's gone from YouTube once again for some reason there. I'm not too sure what the whole situation was, but, either way, knowing how things are with Bullfrog and how things go on with him, you can never tell. I'm thinking about, from what I understand, he had flipped out on some show, I guess, what people were saying to him in the chat, and Bullfrog not being able to handle things directly, the mind of a 5-year-old kid, he probably, his family got word with this. Hello?
No, it's like trolls are texting and calling his family. That's what happened.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
You know what? I noticed that, and I was watching Tony From Reveah's stream a couple of days ago, and the trolls all after Bullfrog. Bullfrog this, Bullfrog that, all throughout the chat here. I was like, damn, somebody does not like Bullfrog, that's for sure. It's like, geez.
Well, from all the years of people doing shows shitting on Bullfrog, and I'm kind of guilty of that, but I never I never hated him like others.
I never hated him either. We just all wanted him to realize a couple of things, but his mental capacity does not allow him to do that. Unfortunately, he has the mind of a 10-year-old child, and sadly, that's what often backfires at times.
We'll be all right.
Yeah.
Art, are you familiar with this Seals and Crofts group?
Oh, certainly.
I never heard of them, so.
Hummingbird, Summer Breeze.
Yep.
The
ones we
Diamond
mentioned.
Girl.
Yep, which we should play a little bit of. It's a good song there, yeah.
Quick story, kind of personal, but my stepmother, who been passed away for the last 15 years.
Wow.
I guess she had like her cousin's daughter had a baby, and this was probably 2003, something like that, and made like this like a picture frame with like I believe the lyrics inside of it of Diamond Girl. Because they were I don't know what the song's about, but the cousin was, they're kind of like rich and went on vacations every month, like they were like the rich members of the family, you know what I mean? So like, I don't know, Diamond Girl's like about diamonds or Girl with Diamonds, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really remember what the song was about. It's been a while since I've heard it.
Well, I remember seeing looking at the actual album there, and in the gatefold it features each one member's wives. I think Jim Seals had his wife, and Dash Crofts had his wife as well there, and inside the gatefold of the album, I think it was a song dedicated to both their gals there.
Well, they did another one called Ruby Jean and Billy Lee, which was their wives.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they basically, maybe so. Who knows? But it is a good song to dedicate to your beloved lady love there.
Yeah, and they did Boy Down the Road. Oh, let's see what else. I'm doing this off the top of my head.
Art, would you consider Seals and Crofts to be like basically like Hall and Oates copied off of them?
Oh no, one, they came way before Hall and Oates, and two, their musical styles aren't exactly the same.
Yeah, Hall and Oates is
I would soft rock though, right?
well, Hall and Oates is more soulful. So,
Ah,
because remember, the Daryl Hall is considered one of the best blue-eyed soul singers in the world out there. He's able to channel soul music like nobody else can. I mean, he's basically for a white guy. I mean, he's one
Yeah,
of
that's probably a pretty accurate description.
exactly. I mean, like if they were able to do a Temptations melody with two members of the Temptations themselves in 1985, then I mean, basically, if they're able to do a great cover of "You Lost That Love and Feeling," and and let's not forget
And
Daryl Hall.
Oates sang that one, not Hall.
Yeah, exactly. They both shared vocals on that cover there.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And let's not forget that Daryl Hall did an album with Robert Fripp producing. Robert Fripp from King Crimson back in 1980.
Yeah. Hall and Oates would be more closer to pop.
Yeah.
Seals and Crofts would be kind of close to folk, but not folk.
Soft rock, by like
kind of close.
Kind of close like what James Taylor was doing back in the day there. And Carole King, Carly Simon.
Summer Breeze and Hummingbird are both pretty good songs that would epitomize what Seals and Crofts were.
Yeah, but especially Summer Breeze. That was what it considered. That's one of the quintessential songs right there, man.
Now I was on the radio a lot back in what year was that? 73, 72?
So I'm not too sure what it was, but it was a 70s
that was
track.
A big radio hit.
Yeah, absolutely there.
What was that, Art?
That was a big radio hit.
Let's see what year that came out.
Okay, there.
Heck, the cover band was in one of the cover bands I was in. We did that song.
Oh yeah. I remember this one girl who had at a karaoke bar back in Richmond, Michigan. We hung out with her and her husband a lot of time. When he came on saying the song, she stood blocked by him, and she was like, "Oh, she was in the days when that song was being played," because that's like to her one of those daydream type of songs. Just puts her in a mood.
Yeah. A really good song will make you come out with some emotions that you may not normally come out with.
Yeah.
You get a lot of feeling from it.
Yeah. Exactly there, yeah. Yeah. So Jim Seals, the brother of Dan Seals from England Dan and John Ford Coley, died,
right.
at age 80 there. Little cause of death listed there. All right, so another thing that YR pointed out, and I heard about this, Kiss being accused of lip-syncing their live show during a June 6th performance in Antwerp, Belgium. According to a video posted on YouTube by a user named The Fonz, guitarist Paul Stanley's vocal track seems to play on without him actually being next to the mic. The misplaced vocal track is thanks to drummer Eric Singer allegedly missing a beat, making up for it by adding a bar. The pyro fired off too early. Paul is left with his pants down when his vocal plays without him pretending to sing it. It's a situation where one video makes it pretty hard to tell what's going on. The vocal is pretty quiet. Stanley's near enough to microphone to where maybe could have yelled out the line. Who knows? I'm not sure it's exactly fair to accuse Stanley of lip syncing, but there's just one video where the volume is exactly the best. It's also probably worth noting that the vocal could have been a backing track used to supplement Stanley's actual sung vocal, and he was just caught off guard due to the misplaced beat. So not lip syncing, but a backing track playing over the live performance over it. Now, lip syncing has been a widely hot issue this year. James LaBrie, the vocalist of Dream Theater, was accused of doing it live. Chris Jericho, the Fozzy vocalist and AEW wrestler, took the side of backing tracks, aiding artists to fill out the live sound. Radio personality Eddie Trunk also got into a public spat with the band Santa Cruz over the issue, saying it's the norm in pop music, but it needs to stop in rock and roll. And of course, you know what?
I can remember.
Yep, go ahead. Yeah, I know.
I was going to say, remember back in the day, American Bandstand, that's all they did. They
Yep.
refused to let their singers sing the songs.
I know,
live.
yeah. I know. That was the way. I don't understand why. Was it just, the kids, the drummer was just
It was a
play
Dick
along.
Clark policy. That's all I know.
Yeah, I remember all that was like, the best thing that was ever done on that show was when Public Image Limited. I spoke about this a few times. Johnny Lydon, the ex-Sex Pistol, with his current band at that time, Public Image Limited, they were doing a performance and promoting one of their albums. They were it was supposed to do pop tones and careering. And what it was is that, Lydon didn't really sing the songs. He wasn't doing anything. He was just walking around, encouraging the audience to get on the dance floor and dance, grabbing everybody. It was a big party afterwards while the band was lip syncing their stuff there. So basically, Lydon kind of put American Bandstand in its place for that. And you know what? It was probably one of the best moments on TV. I remember watching that. It was May of 1980. Yeah. Look it up.
There were a lot of bands that did stuff like that. Do you remember Lemon Piper's Green Tambourine?
I remember hearing that song. Yes, yeah.
They did a performance on American Bandstand where the guitarist just kind of sat and put his guitar. You'd have to see it, but it was pretty obvious that they were fooling around with it.
Exactly there. Oh man. But
then, ironically, the lead guitarist for the Lemon Pipers went on to form another group that you may have heard of, Ram Jam.
Ah, yeah. I wonder if they had any lip syncing issues on that show there. If they ever performed on that show.
I don't know if they performed on that show or not, but
you can remember, I do this going back to the American Bandstand there, but I knew it was lip syncing when it sounded exactly like the record there, because when the song would fade out, the audience would clap, and you still hear the drummer, banging on the drums there. I guess he was following along to the beat there, so they gotta make it look real as much as they can. But we knew it was just lip syncing from spot on, man. The same thing with that other show, Solid Gold. You remember that show?
Oh, yeah. Well, all of those shows like that, lip synced.
Exactly.
I think Ed Sullivan allowed them to play live.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Credit to Ed for that.
Well, I know he did because of a couple of songs.
Yeah. Except for one Steppenwolf performance where he mixed in Born to Be Wild and Magic Upper Ride together.
Yeah.
And
I knew Ed Sullivan let him play live because of the Rolling Stones and the Doors.
The Beatles as well?
Well, mainly because the Doors were told not to say the line about girl we couldn't get much higher.
No, we know the story about
it anyway, and stared
you
right in the camera when he did it.
You wouldn't say no, say higher. You promised.
And then the Stones were supposed to sing their one song, Let's Spend the Night Together.
And they had to change it to Let's Spend Some Time Together, man. I remember hearing that about that as well. Oh, man. Dude.
Sullivan's pretty hard on censorship.
I know, yeah, that's true there. Of course, we cannot forget Elvis. He had to film his Elvis on the waist up.
Right. Can't be showing that pelvis shaking.
Okay, that's so offensive. Yeah. Take a look at what's on stage right now on some shows when you think about it there. Two female rappers
turn over in his grave.
Yeah, when you got two female rappers almost simulating scissoring each other, that tells you right there. Hello? Did you hear something? What?
Well, I think YR did something, but I'm not sure what.
No.
There you go there. Okay, so I got to get now. Of course, as you know, Ark, Alec John Such from Bon Jovi, the original bass player, died over the weekend as well. There, he was about 70
Right.
years old. No cause of death was revealed. I already did my vlog on it. That's on there. He was original.
Yeah, it's making me feel real good to see people around my age dying.
Yeah, man, I know.
Yeah, that's kind of saying, okay.
I know. I know. So what the? It's just like now. I got to bring up this little something here, and I already mentioned in the video that I did. He was no longer. He was. I don't know. He was ousted or let go from the band. But apparently, what it was is that there were a lot of issues between him and the rest of the Bon Jovi band. And if I understand, one of the main rules in the Bon Jovi camp is to not spill their personal issues out to the public. Keep it within the band and the band only. And I guess Such broke that rule in 1993. What it was is they did an interview with Rip magazine exposing things like, how many times John Bon Jovi said my bass playing sucked ass, and Richie's doing this and doing that there, and apparently
What a lot of people don't know is he did the live tours. He didn't play on the records. There was another guy who played bass on the records, technically. I forget his name. Yeah, Eddie Trump was talking about it all this week long. Yeah, look it up on the record. It's a different. He was the touring bassist on the tours, but he's the one who got Tico. What's the drummer's name?
Tico Torres. Yeah.
He got him and Sambora. Like, he's the one who got them to meet John, basically.
Oh yeah.
Originally, there's a backstory, but technically, those records was another. I forget the guy's name, but it wasn't this guy we were talking about who died. He only did the live tour. He was touring for them.
Man, I'm looking on the Soja. Looking on the. I'm trying to find the whole thing here. That's here. Now, when he was basically he was either ousted or he left the group. He left out of disgruntlement. But when his spot was filled in by the current bass player Hugh McDonald, nobody has seen and heard from Such in God knows how long, up until their rock and roll induction in the Hall of Fame. There, he was able to make it there. And of course, he looked different than what he originally did there. Now, of course, I'm still looking for that article. It was a feature in Rip magazine back around that time there, but sadly, I'm unable to find it. Always able to find this news of his passing there, blah, 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 and all that there. Now, of course, Hugh McDonald was just a fill-in for the time being, up until recently when he was officially named the official bass player for the group. And this, I guess, at the same time they filled their Richie Sambora's shoes, because he left the group a couple years back. I don't know what the deal was there, but he's currently on tour with his girlfriend, Orthani, who used to play with Michael Jackson. Right there. All right. So, YR, I was warning you. I sent an invitation to Tony to be on the show there. I don't know if he has to respond yet. I was wondering maybe we could probably add him to the show there. Is anyone here? I think.
Well, yeah, I am.
I know.
I was going to say that I really don't care who else is on the show, as long as one, the three of us are on there, and two, whoever comes on sticks to the topic.
Yeah, yeah, we know.
For the most part.
Yeah,
other than we have our little side things once in a while.
That's true there. Yeah.
But I don't want to flip off onto things that are irrelevant.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at that right now. Because I remember that one little thing where where YR and Danny MT went off on there. It's like, holy cow there. And of course, Keith said he will come on to the next show there. Well, I don't think there is a next show. This is the same show we're doing here. He said he'll be back about an hour from now. Well, so we're
So
talking.
he doesn't want to come on now?
Well, I guess he wanted to come on to hang out with us, but the problem is there was too much noise of where he's living in. I said, well,
It's a shame because actually I like him hanging out.
Yeah, but the only
every
problem.
once in a while every once in a while he contributes something kind of funny, I think.
Yeah, that's true there. But I guess the problem is, he wants to. We like to have him on the show, but I said, well, go outside and call in. It's like it's raining outside. What about the bathroom there? Suppose what's it go come and use it there? You don't have it, so it's one of those one stall bathrooms. I guess so there.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, tonight we were going to kind of among us bring up a group and then talk about our favorite album by them, and then the one we don't like at all, or
right,
for some reason it
yeah,
just doesn't appeal to us.
Yeah, we know.
Which doesn't mean they're bad. It just means we don't like them as much as the other stuff.
Yeah. Up to that.
Because I have a couple of those in some of my people.
So I have a couple as well there. They'll definitely say there.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So, Wire, did you get a hold of Tony by chance?
He's not interested. He's,
Oh, son of a bitch, All
too
right.
good for us.
All right, there. All right, so whose turn is it to talk about this here?
Well, we don't really have a turn yet, but I can start it.
All right, go ahead, dude.
First group I'd like for us to pick a best and worst is the group Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. The album I like the best by them is Close to the Edge.
All right, that's one of their
Only 3
classics.
songs, but they are killer. Close to the Edge is an entire side if you're into albums.
Yep, exactly.
And then Siberian Kotru and You and I is the other side.
Yeah. They had another album, that was like that, titled Relayer. The first side one was taken up by a piece called The Gates of Delirium, which is pretty damn good listening to. And side 2 was Sound Chaser and To Be Over. Those are the 2 songs on that one.
Yeah, most people talk will tell you that Close to the Edge is probably your ultimate prog.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's pretty much all the elements.
All right.
Now, my least favorite by this group is one called The Ladder. I just couldn't get into it. It was okay, but I mean, like I said, when we say it's our least favorite, that means it's my personal least favorite. Doesn't mean it's a bad album. I just don't like it.
All right, Darren. Okay.
Did you have any worst and best of that group?
Yes. Well, not necessarily. But there is best and favorites of the band Skitty Puppy. Now, I've been a fan of for many years, and they're one of the elite pre-industrial bands out of Vancouver, Canada. As you know, I've been a fan of them since 1987. I did a show with Joe Cronin about industrial music, them being included. I saw them play many times in the past. I got pictures taken with their members, hung with them backstage back in 1980 when they played the Latin Quarter near Woodward Avenue in Detroit. Now, my all-time favorite from them, of course, still remains Cleanse, Fold, and Manipulate. That was the record that got me into them, specifically. It was one of those powerhouse of albums which every song knocked the hell out of you at every angle and continued to knock the hell out of you until the very end of the album there. That was one of my favorites. I was listening to that late last night when I got home from work. I was like, I still got chills of pleasure when I listened to that album. Now, I guess you could say my least favorite from them had to be somebody they were put out in 1989 called Rabies. Now, Rabies is considered a lot of them as considered a classic, but for me, it was less chaotic than Cleanse, Fold, and Manipulate and the one that came after, Vivisex 6. I like albums with a chaotic feel to it. I like with a whole bunch of chaos samples, every left and right. And sadly, I don't for some reason, it's a good album, but to me it could have been a lot more better. So Rabies by Skinny Puppy be somewhat my least favorite there.
You got something, Wire?
Why are you there?
We're gonna start with.
What?
We're gonna start with. Can you hear me?
Yeah, here now.
Yeah, go.
All right, so we're gonna start with Metallica, and I would say the least favorite would be Some Kind of Monster and
Saint Anger.
yeah, singing. Yeah, I mean singing it.
You're not the only one. A lot of people, man, are still go up and bitch about that record.
And then honestly, my favorite, and this is I'm being serious. I don't want to say my top 1 and 2 favorites, but definitely in the top 5 of my Metallica favorites is Load and Reload. I like the sounds.
Wow.
I like the song.
Pretty
I
good.
really do. Like, people don't like that, but you know what I'm saying? I love 90s Metallica. You know what I mean? They have their own sound, own signature sound. You know what I mean? Like, I just love that. Play on the radio. Yeah.
King
Those would be
Nubbins,
mine for that.
Till It Sleeps.
Well, basically, this is supposed to be our favorites, remember? So, whatever you pick is what you pick.
Yeah, sure there. It's kind of funny is that, people really jumped down hard on Metallica for those 2 records. Load or Reload. There were actually good songs on that album. But you'll see, now people say, oh, Metallica's trying to fit into with what's going on in their culture at that time. They were wearing less black. They cut their hair, try to look alternative and such. But you got to look at that from their point of view. You can't keep doing thrash songs all the time on every record. The only one that's able to do that and get away with it right now is AC/DC. I mean, but the problem,
groups have got to try something different once in a while. We can't, you don't want to hear the same thing every time.
That's true. And you got to remember, when you do that, you become self-parodies, and that's the last thing you want to be is that there. When it gets to that point, you should just stop.
Have to say that, about hearing the same songs or whatever on the radio, blah, blah, blah. I get all that, but just coming off of that AC/DC tribute and hearing a lot of songs that are played on the radio, You're Back in Black, Strip Me All Night Long, Shoot the Thrill. When you're at, and they're not the real AC/DC, but next best thing, those premium, when you're at a premium tribute concert, premium tribute show, it's a whole nother vibe. Like, you're singing along to Back in Black, you're singing along to those radio hits still, it's like really cool, and it's a whole different vibe really than just listening to it on the radio. Like those simple, like, they get old, I get it, blah blah blah, but if anyone gets the opportunity and sees these songs played live, recreated, whether it's the real artist or a tribute band, the recreation of these songs live and seeing that, especially if you have good seats right up there, I mean, that's
a different experience entirely. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah. And also, you talked about the Saint Anger album. You're not the only one who had an issue with that record. When I first heard a couple of songs from that, it's like, what the fuck happened to Lars' snare drum? What the fuck? It's like, how come there are no guitar solos on that whole record there? I got it. They're trying to fit in with the new metal scene at that time. A lot of new metal bands like Korn, Disturbed, Deftones, they had the same kind of snare drum sound, and there's a lot of their songs didn't have guitar solos on it. In fact, even Slayer tried to even cash in on that with one record there, and that basically all the Slayer diehards are like, Come on, bros. Okay. So there you go there.
Excuse me. Next one I got is Emerson, Lake and Palmer. My favorite by them, and again, we're talking favorites, and we're also talking studio albums, because if I was going to include lives, Welcome Back, My Friends would be the best. But my favorite studio by them is Brain Salad Surgery.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's one of the all-time favorites of them.
If you can include Carnival 9 on an album, yeah, I'm there.
All three impressions onto one track, by the way, there.
Yep.
Can you imagine playing that whole track on a
the CD.
jukebox? Yeah.
Yeah, if you get the CD, because if you had the LP, Impression 1 first part was at the end of side 1, and then Impression 1 second part, Impression 2, Impression 3 were on the flip side.
Yes, and people always said, of course, Carnival 9, that's where the radio version of that song comes into play.
Yeah, because all they play is part of the first impression.
Exactly.
And it's only part of, because the first impression is about 10 minutes on its own.
Yeah, exactly there.
And least favorite was an easy choice for me, and if you see a lot of shows like this, it's the same for almost everybody. Love Beach.
I heard about that.
I just don't like that album.
I could never understand the title of that record, Love Beach. It's like, sounds like...
I don't know.
Sounds like an
strange.
ABC... Sounds like one of those primetime ABC shows, something like The Love Boat. But the producers of Love Boat now presents a new spinoff, The Love Beach.
If you want a double whammy, it sucks. Look at the album cover.
I know. I saw it. I remember seeing the album cover as a kid there. It's like, why do these guys look like they're in pina coladas or something like that?
Yeah, why did they look like gigolos or something? I don't know what the heck this is all about.
They look like cast members and now the cast of Love Beach are seducing all the women, taking them into their arms and playing their sweet nothings into their earlobes. And then they find out they already have another girlfriend there. Oh, how could you do this to me? Well, there's nothing's going on with my marriage. It's all shot all to hell. But you're the one I want to be with, baby. I know I don't want to be with you. I'd rather be with him. Why? Why do you want to be with him? He's better looking. Yeah, but he's gay. Oh. That's what it sounds like.
It's funny because it's funny because later interviews with those guys, they panned the album and they panned the cover.
I know.
They didn't like it. They didn't like the cover. They don't like the album. And if you sit and listen to it, it's got its moments, but by and large, if you're looking for a solid ELP, you're not going to find it there.
Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Oh, gosh. When I hear that title alone, it makes me think about those love dramas on the network TV shows from the yesteryear.
Yeah.
Love, American Style, The Love Boat, Love Beach. If they were to make Love Beach into a TV series, it would be like something like The Bachelor, The Bachelorette. Or, who would this girl go with this time? Who would be my soulmate for the next future? Who would hand me the rose, the blossom my world? Shut the fuck up, you dumb bitch, for crying out loud. You just want to be famous. Ugh.
Your turn.
Okay. Black Sabbath. We have a lot of favorites from them. We all know it. I had about my three basic favorites of Black Sabbath, of course, is the first album, Master of Reality, and of course the album they did with Ian Gillan of Deep Purple, Born Again. An album I consider one of their heaviest of all heavy. It was, to me, the ultimate metal record. Loud, rude, crude, in your face, up your ass, you name it, It came out in 1983. Saw the tour with a couple buddies of mine, you know. I was enjoying it from start to finish. Now, fast forward to 1987. The year before, they put out Seventh Star with Glenn Hughes. At that time, it was Tony Iommi with the name Black Sabbath. Now, Seventh Star was an awesome record to listen to, no doubt about that. But, however, the following record, The Eternal Idol, what it's listed like The Player, Tony Iommi, and a whole bunch of different players underneath that name. It's like, you know, come on. It's not Black Sabbath. It's a Tony Iommi solo record for sure. But then again, you know, that's what the record label wanted. They figured the name Black Sabbath will sell more than Tony Iommi alone will. And the songs on it...
Which shows how ignorant they are, because most Sabbath fans know who Tony Iommi is, so...
Yep.
You know, they shouldn't have had a problem with that.
Yeah, but, you know, they're thinking... They believe in having the brand name over everything else, no matter what.
Right.
Because it was a good idea to use that name to sell more records. Yeah, Seventh Star went high as about 180 in the Billboard Top 200, while Ozzy Osbourne's Ultimate Sin that came out that same year was in the top 10. Hello, upside your head.
Yeah. Okay, YR's up if he's got a second one he wants to do.
Okay, there.
Pass right now. I'm thinking of something.
Pass right?
Well, ironically, my next one was going to be a group by the name of Black Sabbath.
There we go.
Okay, my personal favorite is Volume 4.
Oh, yeah.
Reason I really like that one. And Sabotage is good, too.
All right.
And
Sabotage is
one that
heavy,
I don't like is... The one I don't like is the same one as Earl. I don't like Eternal Idol.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, that the songs on that record were just really were not up to par, you know. It just really wasn't all that good, you know. It's just feels like, you know, blah blah blah, you know. It's just heavy metal to sit and listen to while you're studying for your tomorrow's test. That's about, I mean, something to do or listen to while you're working on your automobile. You know, something to listen to while you're twiddling on your phone or taking the dump on the toilet there. And I'm sorry, but a good Black Sabbath record shouldn't do that, you know.
Right. So, who's your next group, Earl? And then
Pink Floyd. Now, the winner, we all know.
That I had on my list.
I know, yeah. We know which ones we're going to talk about. My personal favorites from them, of course, have to be, you know, The Wall, you know, Wish You Were Here with the atmospheres that come along with it. And, of course, Animals with the concept behind that album. I know that's one of your favorites from them. The one
Metal and Animal.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Okay. And, of course, the one you and I would definitely agree on not being that good, The Final Cut. The last record with Roger Waters. I'm sorry.
I like the two afterwards better than The Final Cut.
Yeah. I mean, The Final Cut was depressing. It was one of the most grimmest records the Floyd had ever put it out. It's like, you know, it was just, you know, it was a sad record to listen to. This was not something you want to listen to while getting ready to go out partying on a Saturday night. That's for shizzle.
Yeah.
I mean, this was I'm sorry, but the title cut for that record actually featured a line where the guy is singing was about to commit suicide. I held the blade with trembling hands, prepared to make it, but just then the phone rang. I never had the nerve to make the final cut.
Yeah, that's highly depressing. When I first heard it, I was like, this is not Floyd anymore. Who are these people?
I know. And keep in mind, this was probably their first record without Richard Wright. He was booted from the band a couple of years earlier for apparently not pulling his own weight. Well, of course, how was he able to pull his own weight with Rogers doing all that?
Yeah, Roger was a domineering kind of guy, I guess.
Yes.
But I want to add Metal to the mix of the favorites because Metal has one of my all-time favorite songs on it, which is Echoes.
Yeah, that to this day. You got to check out David Gilmour with Richard Wright doing their entire performance of that song.
Okay, so speaking of them, Roger Waters is coming out with this tour, and a lot of people saying, kind of like the same thing about Daughtry from The Who, that they're washed up and it's not really worth seeing. Is that true, you think? Or
it's hard to say because Waters did good work with Pink Floyd. Dark Side of the Moon.
The lyrics, the concepts, the arrangements. He was one of the prime writers.
I'm talking about like Roger Waters nowadays. Like, is it even worth? I heard
nowadays. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I would get any enjoyment out of it.
Well, I know he's considered a popular favorite because he's still on the road, along with David Gilmour. Nick Mason has his own project called Nick Mason's Saucer Full of Secrets, in which he performed Pink Floyd songs before Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of clips of them, one in which Roger Waters comes out and joins him on Set the Controls for the Heart of the Sun.
I like that song.
Yeah, who doesn't, man?
And Interstellar Overdrive.
Yep. And the Saucer Full of Secrets track its own self, man.
Yeah.
But Roger Waters is still considered a big draw because, the shows he performs in, the songs he performs as well without Pink Floyd. This man basically carved out a legacy as being considered he was the guy who put the Pink into the Floyd, needless to say. He was, he wrote, basically came up with the most unique concepts for most of the albums he recorded. Whether it's Wish You Were Here, which was about the record industry, Animals, based on the Animal Farm novel by George Orwell, mixing it with the current situation going on in London at that time. The whole UK was in economic turmoil. And of course, The Wall.
Yeah. The first two albums were largely Syd Barrett for the most part.
Yeah, that's true there.
And were totally different because they started out first as more of a psychedelic type band.
Yeah.
Which was mostly Barrett driven. And then they moved forward into Ummagumma, Adam Hartmother, that sort of thing.
The more sound,
and
the soundtracks.
A little more concept.
Yeah.
There's and both soundtracks.
Yep. Which, by the way, we do highly recommend. Obscured by Clouds and More.
In fact, in More, there's one song called the Now Song.
Yes, I remember that. That was good. Loud, man. Isabel Barr on that same record is just as heavy as well.
Yeah.
Now, here's some of that. Now, Animals is now, of course, The Wall, which is the big one that Waters contributed to the band there, considered one of the great concept albums of all time there, because as I mentioned many times, if you were ever went through the situation that the main character Pink ever went through, which was losing your parent to a war, dealing with a disrespectful and controlling parent, usually a mother or a father, feeling like you're disgusted with the world out around you, and you want to lash out against it, take down everybody who hurt you in the past. If you ever been betrayed by your lover, or whether it's a husband or a wife, if there was cheating behind your back, if you ever been to any of those situations, The Wall spoke loud for you. And I guess that's probably one of the big reasons why, many of the goth rock kids out there, who wants to wear black makeup, over in England, here in the States as well there, they relate to The Wall so damn well.
Got one, YR?
YR?
How about Kiss?
Hmm.
My least favorite would be Sonic Boom.
I remember you mentioned that there. I only heard one song from that record there. Was it Modern Day Delilah, I guess?
Yeah, I remember.
And I wasn't really, to be honest with you, when I first heard that, I wasn't really impressed.
I'm pretty sure it's the first and only record with the Tommy Thayer here.
The new lineup, yeah.
Yeah.
Thayer and Eric Singer there.
Now, what of some of our favorite Kiss albums?
Hmm.
I mean, I like a lot, but what are your favorite Kiss albums, Brown?
Well, my favorite would have to be, of course, Destroyer. As you know, I got
Right.
the resurrected version in my vinyl collection now, which I'm starting to build up slowly but surely. This was a remix by Bob Ezra, their producer of that album. And they added some parts there that were not in the original there. Comes with a little background story as well. Now, the least favorite that's many considered by the Kiss diehards out there would have to be, and for me there were some good songs on this record there, but there's a couple that should have been a lot more done, a lot more better, you know. And I'm speaking of Music from the Elder from 1981. It was the first record with Eric Carr as a new drummer. It was a concept album about this boy being the chosen one to take on this villainous Mr. Blackwell character. It was the first Kiss album that did not feature any pictures of the band on the front or back or gatefold. And apparently, Bob Ezrin was on with the idea at the time was to please the critics. You know, hey, we got this record. It's got orchestra arrangements. It's got some has a choir sing along. You know, but kind of. Well, for me, some good standout tracks on that record there. But for me, they could have came up with a little more sort of something a lot more. They could have reworked it. They could have reworked that record to make it more powerful. And I guess what it was for me is that they were trying to cash in on the success of The Wall by Pink Floyd. Hey, let's get the guy who co-produced that record to work on our record. You know, let's see what we could come up with. Not only we could come up with our own concept album, we could please the critics who in the past have bashed us. Well, guys, don't please.
Didn't work.
Yep. You know, the only it didn't do that well on the charts. Hardly got no radio airplay, and this, kind of helped put Kiss into a big grave. You know, a couple years later, they tried to come back with the Creatures of the Night, but that record didn't do this so well, despite it being one of the most best produced records there, with one of the best songs. Of course, that was up until Animalize came out a couple years later. In fact, they had to take off the makeup to really reinvent themselves.
Yeah, I'm not that well versed on Kiss albums. I mean, I know them, I know their songs and stuff, but I'm not like highly knowledgeable. But the music from the Elders one, I'll agree, is pretty bad.
Yeah.
And is it Destroyer that's got Detroit Rock City?
Yes, it is. The first track from it. And let me tell you. Let me tell you the story about that song. Now, if anybody who has the album will tell you, the song starts with a diner with some sort of a TV blare news, and it says in Detroit, a Pontiac youth was killed on his way on the freeway there when he collided with a truck, and the driver of the truck was reportedly not injured. Then it goes to a guy going into his automobile, starting the engine, listening to Kiss on the radio, heading downtown, speeding. And the lyrics of that song detail the guy, first I drink, then I smoke, I feel so good, I'm so alive. And then the last very verse, oh my God, There's a truck ahead, light staring in my eyes. Oh my God, there's no time to turn. I might as well laugh because I know I'm going to die. Why? Boom. And afterwards, the song ends with a massive car wreck, goes right into King of the Nighttime World. And for I understand, that song may have been their tribute to that guy. You know, I guess that when they found out about the whole thing, they felt bad about this guy being killed on the way to see them perform live at Cobo Hall, Cobo Arena. And I guess, as I said, it was done in this guy's homage, you know.
I would consider that and Dynasty, two albums I personally like pretty well.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like Dynasty, but I really do.
Well, of course, Dynasty was where they would try to almost cash in on the disco craze at that time. We all know I Was Made for Loving You, which has now become a cult hit when you look at it. Many bands have been covering it, including some band out of Romania. I guess they call themselves the Iron Cross. They did their version.
The one song I really liked in that album was their cover of 2000 Man.
Yeah, nice.
The old Rolling Stones song.
Yeah, nice. Let's not forget their cover of Then they called it Then She Kissed Me, whereas the original was Then He Kissed Me, you know?
Yeah, and of course there's a cover of God Gave Rock and Roll to You, which they kind of changed a little bit.
Yep.
The old Argent song.
Absolutely. But their version is God Gave Rock and Roll to You 2. Two I's in there. I mean, the Roman numeral 2. So I basically pick up what we're talking about there, yeah. Of course, I guess, Kiss caught lip syncing again, as we detailed early on the show there. But then again, I got to remember, Paul Stanley, you got to remember, singers, when they grow old, their voice changes, as you know, some of the testosterone goes down, that and all that's there. I mean, I even remember reading, I mentioned this on a couple shows we did in the past there, that when Rob Halford tries to shriek as loud as he can, like he used to in those early records and performances, he says he tries to do that nowadays, his balls will just drop off onto the ground.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, he still has it.
Yeah,
still,
sure. Yeah.
Not not just like, Unleashed from the East, but it's there.
Still there, yeah, absolutely. Much credit to him. Much credit to the guy.
The next group I'd like to do is kind of difficult because there's several versions of this group. And we're referring to the Great Deep Purple.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's kind of tough because the versions are distinctly different.
Absolutely there.
But I guess we're going to combine them all. I like I like all three albums by Mark I, but probably my overall favorite is a Mark II album, In Rock.
Oh, yeah, I had that record. And we know the songs from it. Speed King. Yep, badass record. Flight of the Rat, Living Wreck, Hard Loving Man, Speed King.
Child in Time.
Child in Time, one of their essential ones on that record there. And I think someone's calling YR, I guess. Probably Keith again. And, your least favorite from Deep Purple?
I didn't really like Come Taste the Band. I like Tommy Bolin, but that album, other than Mistreated, wasn't all that good. I have
yet to even hear that record altogether there.
I guess it's just because, Blackmore's not with them anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Most likely,
it's not a bad record, but I just didn't like it as much. And it's kind of weird because, like I said, it's hard to find an album by Deep Purple and say, this is bad. Because that album's not bad. I just don't like it.
What about the albums with Steve Morse replacing Richie Blackmore?
And those are decent. And I like the ones before Blackmore left too, Burn and Stormbringer.
With David Coverdale as a singer there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Burn was actually a really good album.
All right, there.
So what would be your favorite?
Well, I'm going to go back to doing a little something. I'm going to choose a couple of singles here. I'm going to do a song by Whitesnake, Best and Least. I'm going to choose the song Still the Night from the self-titled album from in 1987, the one that went all over the charts. That was a badass song. It was produced well. It had that mystique well. It had a mystery to it. It's like a mystery movie, along with the desire for this one woman there. The video that went along with it as well. There, you know, that's one of the best songs. Now, the least favorite song from them came out in 1989, titled "Fool for Your Lovin'," which was another remake. That's the same thing with they tried to do with "Here I Go Again." "Here I Go Again" was originally performed with the earlier lineup in the early 80s. They did that song for the self-titled album in 87. That becomes a big hit, surprisingly. So I guess their label, Geffen Records, hey, so try to do the same thing with one of your other songs. So they did it with "Fool for Your Lovin'," which came out originally in 1980. You listen to the original, it was performed on the key of G minor. The new version was done at an A minor, and it featured all the guitar work by Steve Vai on that song there. In fact, he did all the guitar work on that album, because apparently Adrian Vandenberg, the other guitar player, had some sort of a car wreck, and I guess he was recovering from that. But sadly,
got another one there, YR? Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's dive into. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
A little bit of the Beatles.
Ah.
Hey,
they're
go. On my list.
The Paybacks. I don't know. I like. Honestly, I like the earlier stuff when they're in suits. I'm not into. I mean, I don't want to say I'm not into the hippie era of the Beatles, but I don't know. I like the classic Beatles. So, I mean, I do like Yellow Submarine. I'll say that I do like that. But maybe like Sgt. Pepper's, I like that. It was really not for me. You know, I don't know. What do y'all think?
Well, actually, my two favorites off the top of my head, well, I have them written down actually, are Sgt. Pepper and Abbey Road.
My two favorites have to be the White Album and Sgt. Pepper there.
What do y'all least favorite?
That's kind of tough because it's not really a Beatles album that I go.
What about Rubber Soul? What about Rubber Soul?
Oh, no, I like that one.
Rubber Soul's a pretty good album. You know, the one that I would some say would be considered, you know, somewhat least would have to be the Let It Be album, because, you know, the songs were not, basically it was recorded with the time when the band was not really seen eye to eye here and there, and
well,
the songs,
for me it'd be more like probably the second album because it's mostly covers, and I didn't like it as much
the
as
Beatles'
a lot of their others, although they're good. The second album.
The Beatles.
Second album.
Yeah, it's called the Beatles' second album here in the States. In England, it's something else there. And I talked about this.
There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't like it as much. It's a good album.
Yeah, true. Yeah. All right, there we go.
It's got, I think, Roll Over Beethoven, Dizzy Missy Lizzy.
Yeah.
I can't remember what else is on it off the top of my head, but I know it's one I don't say, oh, I got to listen to that one and pick it up.
Oh, yeah.
But then again, I don't hear stuff from it and go, oh, dial turner. But it's not. It's not a dial turner. It's just one I don't pick up and listen to on my own.
So basically, like I mentioned, it's one of those records that you listen to while you're doing some sort of a work project there.
Yeah.
I
I
see.
mean, it's something that's not bad to listen to, but it's not one I'm going to pick up and listen to.
Okay, there. Okay. Now, I was also into Ramones as a kid there. My favorites from them had to be from Russia, End of the Century, Too Tough to Die, Subterranean Jungle. I remember those great songs like, The KKK Took My Baby Away, We Want the Airwaves, Do You Remember Rock and Roll Radio, High Risk Insurance, the cover of Baby I Love You, the Ronettes song, produced by Phil Spector, who produced that whole album, End of the Century as well there. My least favorite song from them, and we're talking about a song because I don't know the whole album that this song came from, came out in 1996, and it was a song called Poison Heart. And to me, it's just, I didn't really like it because it was produced and it sounded so much like some of the hard alternative bands out there, whether it's Jim Blossoms, Dishwalla, or any of the new alternative bands out there that would, it just sounded exactly like that, and I'm sorry, I was not big on that kind of scene, Deborah. In fact, whenever they play some Jim Blossoms at my workplace, I'm like, give me a break, dude. I never was into that scene. I never into that stuff there. Ugh.
Okay. Next group I got, I'm going to jump back into prog, is Genesis. And again, you got two different Genesis here, but I'm combining them for purposes of this.
Right.
I think my favorite Genesis album is Selling England by the Pound with Peter Gabriel. In fact, I like most of the Gabriel stuff ahead of the Collins stuff, other than Trick of the Tail. I do like Trick of the Tail. Well, I do like the other Phil Collins Genesis, but there we're starting to get into top 40.
Yeah, at that time, thanks
and
to
pop.
Thanks to that song, Follow You, Follow Me.
You remember that guy I used to listen to, Casey Kasem?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes. Detroit native. And also the voice of Shaggy in the original Scooby-Doo cartoons.
Oh.
And also the voice of Robin in the Hanna-Barbera Super Friends cartoon series as well there.
Really?
Yeah, he was.
If I'm not mistaken, he used to be on the oldies station, and he used to do and this was the song blah 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 in this year, and here it is. Like he had a
Yeah, he did something like that. I remember that show too.
Yeah, so he was the original host of America's Top 40 radio show, where they counted down all the top 40 hit songs, whichever year it was from, from 1980, 82,
passed away.
Yeah, he did. Yes.
I used to listen to that show, bro. I was like 7, 8 years old.
Wow, I was listening.
Yeah, it's fun to listen to.
I was listening to a long time ago, man. Back in the 80s and 1979 there, man. And when I first heard it, I was like, oh, wow, this sounds like Shaggy. Like from Scooby-Doo. I was like, oh, wow. And then they realized who it really was.
Now, my least favorite Genesis album, it's kind of tough. Because I wanted to say their first one, From Genesis to Revelation, because it was them kind of trying to find themselves, and they was experimenting. But it's got its moments. It's pretty good. I'm not a fan of the album with We Can't Dance on it. I can't remember the name of that album.
We Can't Dance. That's the name of the song. That's the name of the album.
Oh, that is? Well,
yeah, that is.
I'm not a fan of that album.
They came out in 1991, and I was not a fan of that song either,
It's kind of like, what?
Yeah.
That was just one that just they pretty much took all the roots and pulled them up and dried them up and threw them away.
Yep.
They went totally pop with that album.
I want to find that one, find tracks with that other singer, Robert Wilson. They released an album titled "Called All Stations" in '97 after
Right.
Phil officially left the group, and I remember hearing one's video from that album being played on the old VH1, and I want to find some of those tracks, and listen to them once again just to see what kind of feel I could get from those songs,
VH1 Classic.
VH1, well, actually, VH1, when it was still known as that channel before it became a reality show channel there.
Like MTV.
Exactly. Of course, VH1 Classic's now MTV Classic, as you all know there.
Right.
All right, my next one is Motley Crue. Now, my favorite from them still remains Shout at the Devil from 1983. And if you look up on the internet, you can see, you remember the cover that's so supposedly out there with the members of the band with their hair out to here there, the leathers and studs there. That's not the original album cover. The original album cover was the band's logo and title with a pentagram upside down and braided in the black background there. That was the original album cover there. Now, if they plan to re-release that album on vinyl, I think they should probably do that once again. But, knowing how people be offended here and there, left and right, they're probably reluctant to.
Yeah.
Now, the least favorite, for what I understand, according to many others out there, have to be the self-titled one that had John Corabi on vocals, simply titled Motley Crue. Now, I heard only a couple of songs from that record, Hooligan's Holiday and Uncle Jack. Those songs sounded pretty cool there, but many people were, the diehard Crue heads were not buying into it because apparently what it was is that people were rallying against the Crue because they claimed that, Vince Neil got brutally fired from the group there, when it actually was just falling out between the two sides, Vince Neil and Nikki Sixx. Vince Neil wanted to remain the way it was at that time up until the 90s start, and the Crue were like, hey, it's the 1990s, we got to go in some sort of a different direction. And the thing I didn't care for was him, talking about, excuse me there, them talking about, all the hair and makeup, this and it's all about the music. I'm like, wait a minute. They helped inspire the hair metal movement, along with Hanoi Rocks.
Yeah, and that Uncle Jack song you were just talking about,
Yes.
do you happen to know if it was a cover of the old Spirit song or?
I don't think so.
You don't
No,
know?
I don't think so, because that's what I understand. That song was written about a relative that Corabi was about a relative of Corabi's who was a child molester.
Oh, okay, then wouldn't be, because I think the Spirit one's about, Uncle Jack is a euphemism for marijuana.
Ah, okay, there. Yeah. Well, I understand, in the interview, Corabi and Nikki Sixx had children, and they just went off, and they were air shit. This was basically a fuck you motherfucker type of song.
Oh, okay, no, that's definitely not the same then.
Nope, absolutely not the same. Yeah. And right now, with the of course, Motley Crue, I don't know. We talked about the Motley Crue Stadium tour so many times in the past, I still want to see some footage from this tour. I would like to see how Vince Neil is sounding. When is the tour supposed to start? If it's start in a month, okay, there, good. I want to see I want to check out all the people's vlogging, with songs recorded for this particular tour, to see if Vince Neil's voice is good. Well, not good as it originally was, but at least better than it was a couple times. You know, I want to see how this plays out. I really do. Because I know I know someone like the Real Music Observer, pointed out that having somebody on the side, to fill in the vocals may be a better option. In his case, Vince is unable to do that show there for whichever reason.
Yeah. Next one I got, excuse me, is another big time band.
Yeah.
A group by the name of the Rolling Stones.
Oh, yeah.
Which is kind of tough because a lot of their stuff is single related.
Oh.
And I generally like their early stuff better. My favorite album would be their Satanic Majesty's Request, which is a really tripped out album by them. It is totally different.
What year's on that?
69 or 70, somewhere in that. It was right around Sgt. Pepper.
Probably
68 maybe.
67. That's when Sgt. Pepper came out.
Well, yeah, but I think this album came out after. So
yeah,
it was kind of their answer to Sgt. Pepper.
Yeah. You know what's kind of funny? The Mothers of Invention with Frank Zappa came out on an album titled "We're Only in It for the Money," which was a spoof on the front and gatefold covers of Sgt. Pepper and their Satanic Majesty's Request.
Yeah. Yeah. But the Satanic Majesty's Request, like I said, is a different thing from the Stones. It's not what you would expect. That's where 2000 Man came from, and 2000 Light Years from Home.
Great song.
Yeah, She's a Rainbow.
I remember that song, yeah.
Citadel, The Lantern. There's some great stuff on that album, and it's, like I said, it's totally different from pretty much anything the Stones ever did. And I do like their first 5 or 6 albums before that. Those were good albums too. Now my least favorite is their Dip into Disco, Emotional Rescue.
Oh.
I'm not a big fan of that album.
I liked that album. It was a pretty good record for me there. Now there was not the disco scene had already dead at that time there. I know Emotional Rescue was a good song, was a big hit on the radio there, the title cut. But the ones
and when I do say least favorite, that doesn't mean it's bad. I don't like it. It just doesn't appeal to me.
All right, there. Though Tattoo to me would probably be one of my favorites from them.
Yeah, that's a good album.
It is a good album. And I guess that album's got remastered as a box set as well there, with a whole bunch of different tracks and live recordings to go along with it, as always.
But a large part of the Stones, other than 2 or 3 albums here and there, is generally their singles. For some reason, their singles made it, especially when they first started up through the end of the 60s. Their big thing was the singles, and the albums were just kind of like vehicles for the singles.
Yeah. I see. I didn't have a best or favorite, so at least a favorite from the Stones there. But I'm thinking see you could come. I'm still trying to come up with something here. Ark there. Let's see.
Bob Seger?
Bob Seger. You got one? You got a couple from him?
That or the Doors?
All right, go ahead.
Oh, the Doors are another good one.
Wow.
In fact, the Doors were one of them I was eventually going to get to, but
let's dive into the Doors.
Let's do them now.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
My least favorite. Well, let's not do the least favorite. My personal favorite by them was the Strange Days album. And oddly, my least favorite is probably not Other Voices. The one that came after that. I think it's called Inner Circle or something like that.
Full Circle.
At any rate,
Full Circle. Yeah.
Morrison's not on it.
Yeah, he's
And
not on
it's
it or
not
on the voices
same.
either. Yeah. Yeah, it was Ray Manzarek took over for the vocals of those 2 records there.
Well, Other Voices had a couple songs on it that I could tolerate for the most part.
After Morrison died?
Yes.
Yeah, both those albums.
Yeah.
Neither one sold that well. Gee, I wonder why.
Obviously, yeah.
But yeah, my personal favorite is the Strange Days album. I really like that album, especially when the music's over.
Yeah, it is. Well, I never really had any of those records that Arknolia mentioned there, you know. I only had the first record. That was about it. And American Prayer.
That's a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, American Prayer, which was basically consists of the Doors get back in together in the studio to do some backing music to Jim Morrison's poetry session there.
Yeah. And Waiting for the Sun was a decent album. Morrison Hotel was a decent album.
Yeah.
L.A. Woman was a decent album.
Yeah. Yep. Texas Radio and the Big Beat. Here in Texas.
Yeah, suffice to say, I like the Doors.
Yeah, I do, yeah. It's just so sad that, you know, Jim was, you know, a lot of people would say, you know, didn't somebody try to help him? Didn't somebody try to get him, you know, some help and all that? But back then, you know, it was stuff like that was kind of unheard of at that time because everybody was doing drugs and booze at that
Well,
point.
not only that, he wasn't looking for help.
Exactly. You know,
When people aren't looking for the help,
he was a defiant.
You're not going to be able to help them.
He was a defiant SOB there, needless to say there.
Yeah. Okay, we can get back to Seeger.
Okay, yeah, I was going to ask about that.
It's tough to find the least and worst for him because I know the songs and I know the catalogs for the most part, but not where I can spat out a wow.
Yeah.
Well, let's skip it. Give some of our favorites, and let's move to Iron Maiden. Here, Earl.
All right. One of my favorites from Iron Maiden would have to be Somewhere in Time from 1986. And because it had that sound, that cover, the atmosphere, and plus the guitar synthesizer on some of the tracks. My favorite standout track would have to be Stranger to Strange Land. Because that was, of course, as I mentioned, about that Iceman that was found in the North or South Pole there. It all depends which one. I got to look at the article to find out exactly where he was found. The face that this man had on, the look he had was like horrifically horrifying to look at. And you could see the pain on his face as he perished, you know, think, where's this, all these people? This is the land of ice and snow. This ain't no brave new world, you know, far away from his loved one and friends.
Yo, I just came up with a new show topic. Like our favorite music videos or top music videos.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Great idea. Because, man, there are some memorable music videos out there that need to be mentioned. And just some of these videos were the ones that got us into the artists that we speak about today.
Okay, back on topic.
Yeah, please.
The next group I'm going to mention, it's a group by the name of Led Zeppelin.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
My personal favorite is Physical Graffiti.
All right.
And oddly, the one I like the least, although I don't dislike it, I just don't like it a lot, is Coda.
Yeah, well, that one's basically a bunch of collections of leftover tracks from different sessions there, you know. I know that the song Walter's Walk, I guess, was a leftover from the fourth album, if I understand there.
Yeah, it's basically a collection of, like you said, leftover stuff.
Yeah.
Or remixes, especially I Can't Quit You, Baby.
Yeah, I know. That was I guess it was done at a sound check or a performance there. And the Side True also had 3 tracks that was meant to go on into the outdoor. As I mentioned, that album was supposed to have been a double album, but they decided to make it a single album instead, and they put those 3 tracks away for the time being.
Okay, name your favorites.
From Led Zeppelin? Yeah. My 2 favorites have to be In Through the Outdoor and Presence. And I don't think I have a...
Least favorite doesn't mean
exactly,
you
yeah.
dislike it. It just means...
I don't really have
Because
that
I
one,
like
but
Coda. I just
the one that was not really it's not my least favorite, but the one that was really didn't really float my boat that much. That'd be the third record because it was mostly acoustic on this most of the tracks there. But then again, they were trying to do something to display a different side of them as well there.
when it first came out, I was kind of like, "What is this?" But I've grown to like the album.
Yeah. Some people, I guess some people would feel the same way. Of course, it was a criticism of this record that would inspire Page to come up with the idea for the next record, the fourth record, with just no title, no print on the front and back, just the image of the man with the sticks tied onto his back, the photo of that along to the wreck side of a building there. Of course, the gatefold. We all know the images like the back of our hands. That was done to see if the music would sell all together as a whole. And wouldn't you know, it worked.
Yeah. What did some people call that album Zoso or Four? So what is Zoso?
I don't know. That was something I understand Jimmy Page came up with it on his own. And I think the three circles that John Bonham had on his drum kit, that symbolized man, woman, and child. I'm not too sure what the other two symbols that Plant and Jonesy had for themselves there. I got to look it up there sometime soon there.
So did YR give us his favorite Sepp?
I don't know.
Not really into them like y'all are.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
I like, you know what? I like physical graffiti.
Oh, we all love that album. Everyone loves that album. That's one of their prime records there.
Okay, I got another group I'm going to ask you all about.
Okay.
Rush.
That's going to be a tough one for least favorite there because they've been known to put out X album after excellent album after excellent album there.
Yeah, and Moving Pictures, that's the one with Spirit of Radio, right?
No, that's Permanent Waves. That came out.
Waves, okay.
Yeah, that came out a year before.
Permanent Waves is my favorite.
Free Will, the
I like
other
that
song
one.
for that album, that was a big hit on the radios just as well there. Because it spoke very much. Even though you may not have a choice, you still made one.
Right. That's just some well-written stuff. Which, by the way, reminds me of the topic I was going to get us to do. Although that one doesn't remind me. But it reminds me of lyrics. And I was thinking we could do a show on lyrics that are dumb when you think about them.
Oh, man.
For an example, do you know the Journey song Lovin', Touchin', Squeezin'?
Yeah.
There's a line in there that says, when I'm alone, all by myself, it's like, well, if you're alone, you are all by yourself. Do you have to repeat it?
Yeah, sometimes the songwriters often put a little something to go along with it, I guess, to make it more dramatic, I guess.
And then America's Got the Horse with No Name where the heat was hot. Yeah, really?
Yeah, it's true there.
But I was figuring we could do a show of dumb lyrics and misheard lyrics.
Oh, miscellaneous lyrics. That would be a big topic there, no doubt about that there, because there were so many of them.
Because we've all done that one.
Oh, man. We all know the first one, the number one song comes in that mind there.
Purple Haze.
Yeah, absolutely. The one, when I first heard excuse me while I kiss this guy, I thought it was, excuse me while I kiss this guy. I'm like, huh?
What?
That's what I first heard.
So that's what it sounds like.
Absolutely. That's one of the most misheard lyrics of all time. Oh, gosh. And there's go ahead.
I was going to say my least favorite Rush album, like you said, there's not a bad, but I'm not a big fan of Roll the Bones.
Well, there's a lot of people that don't like I personally like. What's the one? Subdivision song.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
Subdivision is a good song there.
like that.
He loves it. And because it's mainly because of the arrangements. I remember the video for that song, and plus the line "Be cool or cast out" resides still today with the people today. Because the people are led to believe if you can't be cool like us, go home.
Yeah.
What they're saying, that's basically how kids are taught to feel. If you don't smoke, if you don't drink, if you don't snort condoms through your nostrils, you're an outcast. Let's see here. All right. Is Keith coming back to the show right now? Because I think it's about, let's see, about it's about 6:35 Central over here. As I know he said he was going to be coming back to the show. He had to step away for some reason there. Let's see if we could get him on the call.
Next group where you're doing that,
All right.
that I'd like to do a best and worst of,
All right.
is the Moody Blues.
Oh, all right there.
That'll be tough.
Yeah. Good to talk about them in an episode there.
Yeah.
Okay.
My personal favorite is Seventh Sojourn.
Great album. Very great album there. Because it is very good songs of that album. For My Lady, Lost in the Lost World,
yeah.
New Horizons, and When You're a Free Man, which is a very touching song that Mike Pinder put it up there.
I'm Just a Singer in a Rock and Roll Band.
Yeah, and the big hit from that album that was played on the radio a lot of times.
And it was hard to come with the least favorite, which, by the way, won't be one of the core 7.
Yeah, I know. I know the one that was not that well perceived from me was an album they put out in the '88 called Sulamir, and had that song "I Know You're Out There Somewhere." And I remember hearing the conversation.
I like that song.
Well, I remember there's a conversation that at a 7-Eleven back in Roseville, Michigan, there we were all living there. And there were a lot of people saying the Moody's has sold out, Clyde. It just doesn't sound like they used to, man. Well, of course, it was the 80s. You can't have the Mellotron with you all throughout that time there.
I wasn't a big fan of The Present.
The
The Present.
The only song I heard from that record was a song called Sitting at the Wheel. And that was a pretty damn good song there.
I liked it. Like I said, the Moody's, I can't say I dislike anything in the way of a total album by them.
Yeah.
But, that one didn't appeal to me other than Sitting at the Wheel.
Yeah.
I did like that song.
It is a good song. It had a good, some of the it was a good song. It was, And I think John Lodge sang on that song? Yes, he did. Their bass player, yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah. Now we're trying to get Keith back onto the call here, see if he's ready to roll. See if he had some his best and least favorites. Probably from the Jamaican rap or the rap songs that he probably has, Cedar, any of the genres that he listened to, and he's unavailable.
Wow. Okay, then let's move on to Chicago.
All right. And I think YR left.
No, he's there. I heard him.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Oh, there you are. You just turned off you're on your other Skype thing. There you are. Okay, so Chicago.
Kind of tough, but my favorite by them was probably their first album, Chicago Transit Authority, because that one was definitely prog and nothing but.
That's true. I remember a couple of the tracks, their version of "I'm a Man," the Spencer Davis cover.
Hey.
And of course,
Introduction.
Absolutely there. And I guess the least favorite for them, when it comes to least favorite, there was a lot of people complaining about some of the later ballads that were required to record and put out that's suggested by the record label there.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of 21, which was pretty much their last album, but it was ironically, I think, like number 16 or 17. But they labeled it 21. I don't know why.
I don't know. I don't know why.
And I like 5 because it's got one of my favorites, Dialogue.
Ah. It's hard to tell for me because, because, it's a tough call for me to say which are least favorite one because I never had any of their records there. We just know the songs played on the radio. And of course, we know those songs like the stuff that came out after Pia Cetera left the group.
Right.
Yeah. And that's when it was almost every ballad they ever put it out being played on the radio, just to duplicate that success they had with Cetera. Because I know,
because there was
a lot of success with the ballads they had with Cetera there, and I guess the guy that got along with it, Jason What's His Face, to be their new bassist and singer. It's kind of. It's hard, but it's hard to put them in to say. But either way, I guess they were like put into the position where they had to come up with a successful ballad. They tried it with
for some reason.
Some reason
after 10, 11, one of those albums, they had to pretty much go to that. Well, actually, after Terry Kath died, was when they really did that.
Yeah, because Terry Kath was like the soul of the band there. He was the one who kind of like, basically, if I am correct, kept them in check,
Yeah.
And that's when he died.
And a lot of people will claim that he is definitely among your world's greatest guitarists. He was, he was acclaimed that by people that are in the know. I think Hendrix made that statement.
Wow, interesting.
When he heard him once.
Wow, interesting. He said the same thing about King Crimson. He said that they're one of the best groups in the world there after seeing them perform.
That is. How about Hendrix? His albums?
Yeah, well, let's do it. That's going to be a different one here, because my two favorites of him would have to be "Are You Experienced" and "Electric Ladyland." And the only ones I would have a problem with were the filler records that came out years after his death. Records like "Crash Landing," "Midnight Lighting,"
but some of them. Yeah, some of them were good, but a lot of them were just kind of like, we're trying to capitalize on the name.
Fillers. Yeah, they're basically fillers. Now, I guess the Hendrix estate, what they decided to do is they took the main tracks that was supposed to be on his album titled "First Rays of the New Rising Sun," and they put those tracks onto that album. They finally released it as it was supposed to have been released. And one of the songs of that album was a jam called Dolly Dagger.
Yeah. Wasn't there one of them called Peace in Mississippi that was kind of like him free-forming on guitar?
I don't know. I never heard of that spot. Hell, I'm still looking for an album titled "Woke Up This Morning and Found Myself Dead," which was recorded at the Whiskey Go-Go. It was a jam between him and Jim Morrison.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Okay, dude.
Keith is here, finally. We tried getting you on the call, dog.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, my favorite Jamaican rapper is Buju Banton. Like he's been doing Jamaican rap since 1990.
Yeah.
I'd say his best work is like just maybe 1990 to like maybe like 2018.
All right.
He has 52 radio hits in Jamaica. As of 2019, he might have more now.
Yeah. And what is your what's your favorite and least favorite from this guy?
Song? You mean the song?
Yes, or album.
Oh, okay. My favorite song is Not an Easy Road, and my least favorite song is Untold Stories.
Okay, there. Now, what are your other favorites? Cedar. Do they have any good and bad ones there?
No, Seether is all good.
Mm.
My I don't know my favorite Seether song. My favorite Chevelle song is "Send the Pain Below." I think "Send the Pain Below" is one of the greatest rock songs of all time.
All right.
My favorite rapper in 2022 is Drake.
All right.
Let's see.
He has come out with some good songs there. I will admit there. I like that.
Yeah.
Better Find Your Heart was a good song there. Hold On, We're Going Home was a good one there as well. That song he did with Rihanna called Take Care.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Not bad.
My favorite song from Drake is Know Yourself.
Mm-hmm. And your least?
Oh yeah.
Keep in mind when you name a least favorite, that doesn't mean you necessarily dislike the song. It's just it's not one I'm going to go out of my way to listen to.
Oh, okay. Just Hold On, We're Going Home.
Oh, I liked that song there, but obviously you kind of questioned that song a bit there.
Yeah, I actually like it now. It took me like 3 or 4 years to like that song. When it came out, I hated that song, and now after like 3 or 4 years that's been out, it's like it grew on me. I like it now.
I found that to be the case with some songs and artists too. I didn't really like them when they came out, but after I listened to them a few times or forced to listen to them, whatever, I thought, this song isn't too bad. And then I'd get to the point where I liked it. Wow. And then there's other songs I liked when they came out, and then I got to the point where I got tired of them.
Yeah, okay, cool. My favorite R&B artist is Genuine.
I remember hearing that name.
Yep, my favorite Genuine song is Last Chance. Let's see. My favorite reggaeton artist is Daddy Yankee. My favorite Daddy Yankee song is Dura. And also Dura Remix, too.
I see there, yeah. Any least favorites from them?
No.
Okay, there.
I like them all.
What about Luther Vandross?
Oh, nah, I don't like any of his songs.
Oh, come on. The Luther Vandross is a badass when it comes to the crooner business there.
Oh, okay. What's his most famous song?
Many of them. Never Too Much. A House Is Not a Home. His cover of Superstar. Give Me the Reason. Songs like Stop for Love. You got to start listening to him. He's like 80s and 90s there. Dance with My Father is a touching song to listen to there.
Okay. I know the song. I think I know the song Dancing with My Father. I'm not sure if I know
Dance
it.
with
I
My
might
Father,
know it.
yeah. It came out in 2002 there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think I like Barry White instead of more than
Luther Vandross. Well,
Luther Vandross.
You cannot go wrong with Barry White, I'll tell you that there.
Yeah. Practice What You Preach.
Oh, yeah.
I like that song.
I like that song pretty good there. I remember that came out in the 90s, when he came back in there. What song your favorite from the 70s that he did?
Oh, I don't know any of his songs from the 70s.
Oh, you got to look at those.
I think...
I get a list right for you. Can't Get Enough of Your Love.
Oh, I know that one. That one's good. I think that one, yes.
Got So Much to Give, one of my personal favorites. I Found Someone. His cover of Billy Joel's Just the Way You Are.
Oh, Can't Get Enough of Your Love, Baby. One of my favorite songs from the 70s is that one, Na 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 Na, Hey 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 Goodbye.
Oh, that's an old one. Steam.
Yeah, Steam. It's like the verses are not bad either on that song.
course, now,
It's
about you right now, the guys who wrote that song are probably receiving royalty money left and right thanks to the WWE.
oh, okay.
Because every time somebody is to shoot off or fired, the crowd sings along, la 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 la, na 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 na, hey, 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 goodbye.
Yeah, I don't like that song because it's like not the I don't like that song the way like everyone else likes that song. I don't like it because it's like catchy to sing at like a WWE event or some other event, or just the chorus, just because the chorus is catchy. Like I like the verses in that song too.
Yeah. Of course, people focus on the main chorus for the obvious reason. And I remember it
Yeah,
was sampled by
Yeah, but actually, Keith has a point there. It's pretty much, the way you should really get into a song is the whole song, not just one little part of it.
oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, you're right, Art.
And really mysterious in my chat says he likes it when Barry White does the intro to Kiss and Say Goodbye by the Manhattans. I gotta look up now. Thank you, Mr. Mysterious, there for the suggestion. Gotta definitely check that out there. Because Barry White had that awesome deep voice that always made the girls wet in their pants,
Yeah. Oh yeah. And my favorite EDM artist is Eric Prydz. He has like eight. He has like eight radio hits.
What is ED? What
He's
is it? EDM?
EDM.
Electronic dance music. I see there.
Yeah. See the EDM the EDM is an umbrella, and under the EDM umbrella you have trance, dance, techno, dubstep, whatever else. EDM is an umbrella.
You should also look up EBM. I guess bands like Nitzer Ebb, Front 242. I guess that means electronic body music, I guess it is, if I'm correct.
Oh, okay. I never heard of EBM.
All right, I've heard
Me
of
neither.
it. Yeah, I've heard it a couple years back. It's along with the industrial rock realm there. But the two bands I just mentioned, Front 242 and Nitzer Ebb.
Yeah, I had Sirius XM for like 10 years.
Ah.
And I would listen to the station BPM. I would listen to like 30 music stations on Sirius XM, and hold on.
Go ahead. Someone's talking to him.
Dog had a question.
All right.
The dog had a question. I heard him.
Yeah, I was gonna. Did I have a question? Oh, I forgot. I got distracted myself.
Did we lose YR?
I don't know. I haven't seen. I know. Let me check there. Says he's still here. I guess. Yeah, he's
I'm here.
There. Yeah. Good.
And I thought I was silent.
He's probably listening and learning.
So what do we want to do tomorrow night?
Oh, I say we talk about music videos.
Okay.
Deb, our favorite music
And another
videos.
topic I want to add to the list, if anybody's got a list, is concerts we've attended.
Oh man, how many? Which is our favorite? Which is our least?
Well, we can get into that too. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. There. All right. Deb, we got to talk
But the
about
music
that.
video one would be the one I guess we do tomorrow night.
Absolutely, there, because I got a list of great music videos that were that are very memorial. Very memorable. And we're talking about music videos from the past where we were growing up with the old MTV.
Right.
All right, there. What do we got here? There's some sort of a spam bitch ass. Fuck this. Yep, gone. Figures. You're gone, Sizzy. Spam as always there.
Is it Suzy Cream Cheese?
Nah, I don't know what it is, but it's one of those jackass advertisements that hurry up, get a deal on this the deal on this medical product here. I'm like, nope, you bitch, you're blocked.
Yeah.
And
What's got into you, honey?
I don't know.
That's a Mother's Invention.
I remember,
thing.
yes,
You're
I
not-
remember I
yeah.
had that album. Freak Out, Susie Cream Cheese. What's gotten into you, girl? All right, there. Let's see what we got here. What TJ is. Loverboy at Pine Knob. They're playing there right now.
Oh, there's a guy that apparently really changed his appearance as a lead singer, Loverboy. If it's the same
Yeah,
guy.
Mike Reno. Yeah,
He's apparently gotten
I seen it. Yeah,
portly, and he can't sing like he used to. But hey, it happens to all of us. It would be like if I redid any of the songs in there, I wouldn't be anywhere close. Did you get to see the rest of the videos?
now I'm looking at it right now. On here on my phone here. They are doing. YR's calling here. I guess guess Tony's with it. It's Playoffs Live with Tony here. Let's see if we can. I'm gonna answer this one to get you guys in the call. Hey, listen. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay, Ark, Keith.
Oh, okay.
All right, there. Anyways,
I guess we're gone.
I guess we're gone, but we'll go on and see what's going on with these guys here. All right. Talk to you tomorrow, Arky. All right, definitely do music videos here. All right, let's do this.
He went soft on us.
All right.
Live on the channel right now.
All right, good.
Tony!
Brown!
What's up?
He's not picking up
Yo,
yet.
I heard you've been
Dr.
talking
Brown,
hella
Dr.
shit
Brown.
about me.
Yep, what's up? What's up, Jacob?
Nigga.
Come on, I'm live. Idiot.
Nigga. Oh.
Oh, you're
we're
live?
live,
Oh,
man.
shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, we're both live.
Oh, you're both live. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
we were
That was
doing
not
our-
RP. That was not-
Yeah, we were finishing up our music show there.
Oh, you guys had a music show?
Yeah, we were doing our least and the favorites and least favorites from whichever artist comes into mind.
You guys should do a hip hop show one day.
Jacob RP loves your rock show. You know that, right? He's the #1 fan.
Nice.
You guys should do a hip hop
J-
show.
Jacob, you want to do a hip hop show with YR?
Yes, we should do a hip hop show
Yes.
of music of people that we actually know of. You know?
Right. Yep.
Sometimes Dr. Brown will talk about artists like rock and roll artists that everyone know of. You know, like
Led
Right.
Zeppelin type shit. Like, what the fuck?
well, I know Zeppelin.
Everyone knows Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Zeppelin.
RP's a huge.
Yes.
Talking about Arknolia.
Nah, I'm a huge nigga lover.
Arknolia stroke.
I'm a huge N-word lover. I'm an N-word lover. My mom used to call me that. You're an N-word lover.
Go live on my channel.
Your mom? I heard that you used to say that you used to bring black girls over your home. Like, you used to have black girlfriends.
My mom did not like me dating black girls.
Dude, I only had one black girlfriend. She was really pretty too. When she had her weave on.
My mom would look at me
When she took that weave off, ugh.
Ugh.
Live. Stop that, bro. We're live. Stop.
Well, I'm still live on my channel here.
I'll be right back,
Alright.
right?
All
I'll be
right.
right back. I'll be right back.
All right.
Jacob RP, we're live on the Wire program. We're waiting for Tony, but I don't know what his deal is.
Yeah, we tried to
Wait, why
get
is he
him on.
laughing? What the fuck? Oh,
We're talking about like the numbers. His numbers are low, too low. He's complaining about some shit.
The number of the streams there.
Yeah, Tony sucks. Tony sucks. Looks like fucking Johnny Depp with all those fucking beads and glasses and.
Be.
All right.
Yeah, I finally changed my brakes, bro. My brakes were horrible. Oh my god.
Wow.
At 10. Fuck, at 10 now.
All right. Oh man,
All right,
it
we're
says he's away. It says Ken is away. I added him, but he's not gonna pick up. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
Ken's too old for this. Ken's too old for us. Man. Ken's too cool for the rest of us now. I don't know why Ken is so cool for us.
No, it's like they changed the rules at his work, and he can't like call in at work anymore.
Oh,
I see.
okay.
That's understandable because the last job I had and this one, they don't allow that to occur because you got to stay on the clock.
Yep.
I'll never do shit at work. I'll never do shit at work. I'm just here stealing company time. I'm just here stealing company time.
Oh, it's unavailable. I got in trouble at my work this week for being on the show.
Wow.
My boss said I'm not allowed to live stream while I'm at work.
Wow.
I'll never do shit at work. I'll never do shit at work.
Yeah. I think Ken's busy right now.
Damn, man.
Who's making noise in the back?
Me.
As always.
Not well.
And let me
it's
guess,
not
you're
always-
taking you're in the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
Mute yourself when the poop comes out, okay?
No, I'm taking a piss.
Oh, okay. Well, mute yourself when you do that as well.
Oh, okay. I'll mute right now.
All right, there.
I was tailgating just now. Holy shit. This fucking broad behind me tailgating like a motherfucker.
I hate that, man. I've had that happen to me multiple times. Men and women just tailgate me, expecting me to move out of their way. Move beside me because I'm the owner of the road.
This bitch behind me tailgating like a motherfucker. Bitch, you want to suck my dick? Is that it? Like,
Most likely, man. When she pulls them along, you starts blowing your kisses. That's your indicator to get with her, definitely.
that was crazy, bro. That was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. Look at little bitch. This girl was crazy tailgating, my nigga.
Yeah. So what is she saying to you?
Nah, I pulled up next to her and she smiled at me.
Ah, there you go.
Man, that bitch was fucking tailgating like a bitch.
You should have jumped in her car like Tony did.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
I don't know.
Wait, whoever's talking is breaking up.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah.
All right, so everything's all quiet over here. Let's see.
Yeah, Jacob RP left. I think he's trying to fix whatever happened. His phone or his connection.
Okay, well, it's kind of hard to, obviously, because of the fact that he's in a car, and sometimes the Wi-Fi gives out here or there.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's see
Right.
here. All right, there.
Is Wire on the show right now?
No, I'm just checking my phone to see what's going on here. See what Vikings Quee fan is doing on his show there. He said he
All
thing
right.
called episode 253. Gross is the name of it. Streamed it a day ago. Wasn't paying attention. One, because I'm
Yeah.
subbed for this channel, and two, I was busy at work, which is a lot more interesting
Have him
than
check
his
up our
channel.
views.
Oh, he left for a while. Well, I guess he'll be coming back again pretty soon because he was in his car and the Wi-Fi was fucking up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know how some connections are when you're in your car here and there. And we're waiting on Tony to join the call, dude. Yeah.
I'm reading Tony's chat right now.
Oh, and was he live on his channel?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow. There you go. Jacob's
YR,
back.
why do you have the Boston logo, YR? What the fuck?
The what?
You're supporting the
what are
Celtics?
you doing, bro? God.
You're supporting the Celtics, aren't you, YR?
Hell yeah.
Wow. You love your Boston guys.
I'm gonna support them for the first half, and then I'm gonna support the Warriors for the second half.
Wow. I'm ready. I'm ready for this game, bro. It's going to be a very important game. This is a very important game, man. Whoever wins this game wins the series, basically.
Ah. This is like the final playoff. The battle to settle it all.
You don't want to be 2-1. You don't want to be 2 games to 1 to the Celtics, and you don't want to be 2 games to 1 to the Warriors, because the Warriors can easily win a third game, and the Celtics too, because the Celtics have a streak right now. They have a streak of not losing a game after losing a game, if that makes sense. Like, they're the best team in the league to win right after losing, and they just lost. So, I don't know, man. Let's see.
Whoa. Okay, so Devious Dave Rose is live right now.
Ah.
And he has game stream on his thumbnail, but if you click on the video, it says chill hangout.
Nobody cares about
And
that.
right now Casey is raw.
Nobody cares
Casey is raw is calling up. I mean, Casey is raw is on the phone right now with Devious Dave Rose.
Ah.
Screw them both.
Yeah.
I noticed that as well. Probably wasn't really aware of it at the time there.
Oh yeah. Maybe he's like, maybe he started out with like playing curveballs, but he's like, yeah, let's just do a drama show. I mean, not a drama show, but chill hangout.
Yeah, I see there. One time I had to remind a dude named I was streaming with named Bailey Smuggled Up to change the title of his show because he was using one for the previous time there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And what kind of noise is that I'm hearing?
I don't know.
I don't know, because it sounds like a couple birds chirping through a wind tunnel.
Yeah.
It's the birdies.
How many joggers will score more than 20 points tonight? I'm being so racist today.
Well, if you want to be racist towards Vikings fan, go ahead.
Fucking cracker.
I can't believe the shit he was saying. We all was on Nikki's show that your opinion of music is blah 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 blah. It's like, okay, let's see you and your whoever you choose as a co-host do a music show.
It's Tony. Finally, God.
Tony, there you are, dude. Hey man,
Celtics a beat down tonight.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I sent an invitation to be on our show earlier.
This is what I said.
Oh,
I heard all Boston boys are soft.
Tony,
thanks.
I said for the first half, Tony, I said for the first half, I'm going to root for Boston, and for the second half, I'm going to root for the Warriors, so we can be fair.
Okay. But
The game is at home, so we are
Why
playing
didn't
at home.
you couldn't get any? You couldn't get any tickets. You couldn't score any tickets.
I'm sure I could if I wanted to.
That's where you need a vlog, motherfucker, with your thing.
I can do that.
That would be badass. How'd
I'd
you
probably
figure?
go.
You figured out how to do
I'd
it.
probably go viral if I did that. Actually,
Real
'Cause
quick.
it is
quick.
championship night. You know.
I came to Tony's show for a good time tonight, Tony. Party with you, if that's okay.
Okay.
But we do have a problem in your chat. Lauren Tithill's talking shit about me. I don't know. She wants me off the show. Doesn't like when I'm here. Well,
Oh yeah.
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 has a problem.
She. I think she has a problem with you. I don't think she likes you too much.
Does she have a
Who?
Skype account?
Problem with her. She talked to Keith behind the scenes, but everyone's saying that was a fake her account. So if that wasn't her, then I do apologize to her, and I hope she can understand why that would be kind of weird, you know. But if it's not her, then I do apologize. But if she doesn't want to get over it, then
I wonder why you guys somehow got off on the wrong foot there.
well, no.
Speaking of feet, was that a real message from Joe?
Yes. And then did you see what I commented under on Twitter?
Is that on Twitter? So what did he say? How much for Leah's feet pics? Bro, nobody wants pictures of your girlfriend, of your wife's nasty little fucking like ugly fucking mutated feet, bro. Your girl has ugly ass feet, Joe. No offense, bro.
Dude.
But Leah's feet are nasty, dude.
Ooh.
Look at Jacob RP. He leaves. What a bitch, dude.
Oh man.
What a baby, bro.
He'll be back.
Well, little baby. Yeah, Leah's feet are nasty. Nobody wants pictures of Leah's feet. Sorry, bro.
None of us is interested, unless that person has a particular foot fetish, but I don't think anybody I know would be interested in one's feet. The only thing interesting about feet that I know is what's going on with one's ass.
Got what's her name? Panties, right? Her dirty panties.
Now that's different.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Rocky's wife.
I'm saying that's different now.
Yeah, well, to get another man's panties symbolizes that you're a pimp ass god.
Maybe people would be interested in Leah's panties, but feet pics?
Yeah.
Like, even pics of anything else but like foot pics, bro. I don't think like Leah has anything that's sexy. Never mind her feet. No offense, Joe, but
you don't think
she's listen, bro. Leah's over 35. She's over the hump. Once you hit that age, like, do you ever notice that Joe only shows pictures of Leah when she's like 21, 20, before the kids, before everything, before gravity took place?
I never noticed that.
Yeah, he always shows like pictures back in the day. He never shows like Leah now, because she's over the hill, bro. She don't even look like the same girl that she did when she was 10 years. And that's what happens when you get older. I'm not blaming it on her. I think she looks good for having a couple kids, absolutely. For having kids, yes. But, you know, it's not like she was 15 years ago, Joey Big Bigs. And hey, if you think that of the world of her, then God bless you, bro. But, you know, it's a little different, bro. Our age now, it's a little different, you know.
Well, I know that
especially when you have kids.
There are some women out there who would have been way more, who would be also hot in their 50s as well. Let me get one here, for example, here. Blah, blah, blah. Let me go to my other Skype here. I'll put it in the chat here. You may have heard that actress Lisa Rinna?
Yes.
Yeah. She's married to Harry Hamilton, the guy who started the original, he used to do I guess he did some soap opera work, I guess, blah, blah, blah. And he was in the original Clash of the Titans movie. They've been married for a number of years. I guess she's currently with the Real Housewives of Hollywood franchise there.
Hey, what's it called? Why are your favorite YouTuber is on Cassidy Campbell, and he's doing Ask Me Any Questions. You know, yeah, I know you're a big fan of his. You know.
All right, now check out the photo of her. Now she's in her 50s, by the way.
Indubitably. Indubitably. So yeah, I wanted to play a little bit of that SEMO stream because he did say there's some other things that were good. Did we hear right yesterday when Danny? Did we hear that Danny said he got shot in the leg?
What?
Did you hear that clip?
Yeah.
No, I know. The guy that's showing this to me, I didn't know about it until now.
He got shot in the leg wire by a .22 caliber.
I think it was just trolling.
Do we believe this?
Absolutely
I don't know.
not.
I don't know. We need to see proof. Your medical records or hospital records.
That I don't know if
What happened, YR?
A couple people told some stories this week that I might not believe. I don't.
Oh yeah, like what?
No, I don't know.
What are you trying to imply?
Nothing. Nothing.
Well, when did this happen?
Yo, like the stream if you can. Home slices, home burglars. Like the stream. Please, please, please. I would very much appreciate it, because it makes Scotty Boy say, "Oh, wow, there's only 2 likes. That means there's 12, 13 people in the chat. That means there's 10 trolls watching, and there's only 2 people that are real." So like the stream and show them that we have a real fucking crew here, please. Thank you.
Inspector Todd said we can't hear anyone else, Tony.
Oh shit! Thank you. I appreciate that. You guys are on mute.
You're welcome.
Hey, there they are.
Hey,
guys.
So what's the situation?
Wait, hold on. Whoa. First of all, I want to. I mean, Lauren Tuthill's in the chat talking shit, but if that really wasn't her, because I was only mad at her because I thought she was talking to Keith behind the scenes trying to stir shit, and apparently that wasn't her. So I do apologize that I did, I guess, shit on her for thinking that she was talking to Keith behind the scenes stirring shit. And
Better apologize.
if she wants to take my apology, that's fine. We can move on. I have no issues with her, just that one thing. But if she feels not to accept my apology, then
She'd make a man out of you, YR.
I mean, you know if she's a real girl or not, so relax.
You're just a young boy. She'd make you a man, bro.
So that will she finally make a man out of Minnesota Vikings fan?
No, he will always be a Flintstone. Once a Flintstone, always a Flintstone. No way he's gonna
man
come out of that.
Why are you remember that? You remember that one time when I was on your show trying to hook him up with some girl who worked at Hot Topic months back?
Yeah, he was trying to embarrass.
Oh gosh.
Well, today in the daily, and we said we weren't going to really bring this up because we don't really care about him anymore. But seeing as SEMO did the same thing almost as Scott, kind of saying, "Oh, I don't care about you fucking guys." Basically, that's what SEMO is doing to you guys. I think me and SEMO are still on a cool page if I have to say anything, but I'm not quite sure after today's interaction. But Mr. Shithead posted something. Let me see. Listen to this complete objection, projection, and lying from these. So I think this is Ballsy. I think he hates Ballsy, bro. I mean, who doesn't hate Ballsy?
You're in everybody's fucking stream doing crazy stuff.
Oh, this is Danny MT.
Crazy, like, go after the people that are actually doing you wrong. I'm not doing anything to this guy. I'm not.
Say this clearly.
I swear on my mother who hasn't done anything for my mom's the best friend.
I swear on my mom. I'm not doing anything to the guy's fucking.
Yeah, you're right. No one's doing anything to the guy. The only person that was doing any sort of thing to Skunt was Dave. Really, he was the one reviewing Skunt, ignoring Seaman and Travis. But let's say this.
Tony.
What up, dog?
That guy.
Nigga.
What up? What up? What up, dog?
So I have the Warriors winning by 10.
For real?
Yep.
You don't think it's gonna be close like the last game?
Nope.
So you think the Warriors are going to come over, fly to the East Coast on a different time schedule, go into the Garden, and beat the Celtics by 10?
Yeah, because they're a very good road team. And they got
Okay.
Stephen Curry. So you can never go wrong with that.
You're right about that. You can't really go wrong with Steph Curry. I mean, you know.
And I think
but
Klay Thompson's due for a big game, so tonight might be the night.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Bro, there's gonna be a fight. There's gonna be a fight. Watch.
he's definitely due for a game. That's for sure. But well, we'll see what happens. You're in the Garden, so it's a whole different ball game. Man.
Jacob, I just added you on Skype as a friend.
All right, let's continue.
Raging about everything and any little thing that is said. He's not really saying. He's doing the same old thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. In fact, he's living in the past expecting the same people to come back that he says he got rid of. So it's just like, hey, you already got rid of the support you said you did, so why do you expect the same support back?
Yeah. And well said. You know, if this guy's going to talk about being, a Christian now and like hardcore on Jesus and, like all this stuff, whatever, like, you need to act the part, bro. You need to act the part because he's still going insane, cussing people out, saying fucking horrible things about people. I can go on and on. I'm not trying to fucking bear. That's not my point. But that's what he's doing with being this like so-called like I sobered up and I become a Christian man or whatever. Like, so act the part, bro. Act it.
Yeah, no. The guy literally goes, "I'm getting every single one of you under surveillance." Like,
but even that's the thing, and a part of me pities him to some extent because something's wrong, like with him to take things to that point. Because even when we were cool, he was like, "I have issues trusting people. I think people are always out to get me." So there's something in him, whether I don't know if it's a chemical thing or through conditioning in his life that makes him unable to trust people and think people are always out to get him, and that sucks. Like that sucks, dude. I would hate to live like that.
Well, I mean,
it's gotta be fucking
scary. It's exhausting.
Like pheromones popping off on the fucking wrong way in his fucking brain. Like the guy, one minute he'll be like he's good with you, and the next minute he thinks that you're out to get him. Like you want him fucking dead or some shit. Like what?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. That's why I kind of say he should die. Okay, you can disagree with me, whoever you want.
Yeah,
he should die. He's not saying he's doing the same old shit. He's not going to change. He's 38 years old. Okay. What has he really done to make a change? I was going to go to rehab and come back out and just do the same old damn thing.
He did nothing.
Just being sober now. And let's be honest, it's because of his parents keeping alcohol away from him. Now they just have to take the internet away from him. Nothing's changed.
No, it's not, but it doesn't mean that it can't. And I don't care, honestly, if he lives or dies, whatever, it doesn't matter. But it's like, I don't. It's like, I'm so indifferent. I'm so indifferent to him, like, at this point in my life, because when he lost the ability to actually stream and go back and forth with me, I lost interest. Because it's like, okay, because I don't really want to review your videos. It's just not as fun. And, so I haven't paid a whole lot of attention to him over the last, 7-8 months? 7, at least.
And same with me, bro. When you don't go back and forth and you just suck, you ruin the game. But anyway, we're done with him. That was all you get, Scott Boy. You get 5 minutes of content. So I hope you enjoyed your 5 minutes of content for the last 2 days. So thank you. Now on to Simo again. His huge shocking return to the YR program. Let's see.
When I was doing K2, I got this.
Wow, Keith, you don't sound too good here, bro.
I always got the same thing. I got this thing called Nightmares Revenge.
Was he
drunk?
drunk?
And it made me paranoid as fuck.
Oh, gosh.
You got that Nightmares Revenge, bro? Bro?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, bro.
Yes.
Was Keith high?
Yo! Ladies and gentlemen, it is Simo. 3, 1.
Oh shit! Hold on, I gotta sing the song. Hold on.
Yeah. Keith got so excited.
I finally found this ass on fucking Sky. Been trying to get you on for the past ever since Nikki took off the.
It's Simo. Motherfucking Simo.
Hold on, Tony. Hold on.
Simo. Motherfucking Simo. Simo. You can't offend me, Tony. Don't worry, man. Travis. Motherfucking Simo. I think I offended you when that I'm a better drummer. Plays him a whole fucking song for him.
Don't worry, he did the same thing when he used to appear on our old metal show there.
Oh, Skype. So now.
Sorry. And listen, so you are back in the mix. You did this video yesterday. And listen, what do you think about Nikki Nine's
Here he goes.
opening up the floodgates?
Here it is.
Again? What is your opinion about everything?
Here he goes.
Whole Scott situation. We're not really situation. Like you're good with it. You're good with him. I think. I don't know. Like everyone.
Real quick, just to start it off, bro. So Simo, you do know I started to review yesterday and didn't get too far, but I did listen on my own. And bro, I came up with this point with you. It made me realize something about Joe Cronin. Okay. And I ended up talking for 2 minutes with him about him. Blah blah blah.
Tony.
Like,
Hello.
What?
He did make you and him. Well, actually, like he made a bunch of good points about Joe, and I'm glad you did end up watching that. But to anyone out there, including Simo, because I am hearing the narrative Tony's putting out there that Simo may not like me. He may like me. He may not. We used to do shows together. Blah blah blah. So like, I don't have any problems with anyone in this community anymore. So if they have problems with me, then you're sad and you're really depressed or something's wrong with you, because I have no issues with anyone. Anyone's invited on the show, pretty much. So you know what I'm saying? That's all.
It's like a boy who cried wolf, and actually this time it's legit. He has the low. So what I realized is this: listen, something's bad. He always says, because at the end of the year, bro, this is the say that. Buy into it because it says the show's terrible. Like I'm gonna be up. He had. So this is it's been already 6 minutes we've been talking. He hasn't said a word yet.
Is that Mickey?
So that's all.
One of them is, I think that is the greatest.
And then SC went and talked for a couple minutes.
You have the original intro.
All right, you guys had a lot to say there.
8 minutes of talking. Now the whole video that he put up is 9 minutes and 8 seconds. Right now, 8 minutes of talking. He starts talking at 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Here we go. So he only spoke for 40 seconds. So here it goes.
I'll start off by saying I appreciate the kind words and nice little hellos here. This is really sweet. Nikki Nine is really pissed off right now because he certainly wants me to be irrelevant. So what I will say is
send me that original intro too. Send me that original intro.
You guys make sure you go over there and watch my stream. Watch all of them. Give me a like, subscribe.
Why would Nikki Nine not
and
want to open it to everyone?
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
You guys make sure you go over there and watch my stream. Watch all of them. Give me a like, subscribe, and piss off Nikki Nine some more. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Oh, he left a call.
Wow, that was it?
What the fuck?
That's the big Simo call.
So he just came and said, appreciate the likes. You know, now all you need to do is hit that my like button on my channel. Watch out my channel there. Kind of like the same old viewers and subscribers. We're talking about C-Blow.
You gotta rewind that, Tony. What the fuck was he saying, bro?
Hold on.
I think Simo wants to be on the banned list.
Hold on.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Nikki Nine some more. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Oh, he left the call.
Wow, that was it?
What the fuck?
That's it.
That's the big Simo call.
So he just came and said, appreciate the likes. You know, now all you need to do is oh my gosh! Did you alter my voice?
What the fuck were you saying?
Shut up! Shut up! Earl. Shut up! Let me play this. Simo call.
So he just came and said, appreciate the likes, you know, and all you need to do is hit that like button on my channel, watch out my channel there. Kind of like the same viewers and subscribers. We're talking about
I don't know, man.
Gonna have to make that one a clip.
I know. Shit, dude. Sataki just popped in saying, thank you for liking my show. Now check out my other shows, viewers and subscribers. Viewers and subscribers. That's what it was sounding like. That's what I was trying to say there.
Yeah, I don't know why he threw the dig at Nicky Nines. Nicky Nines wouldn't care if he came back or not. Like, Nicky Nines opened the gate. So, like, I don't know why.
That's true. You got all the cats back together there. Which is good.
That was weird, though.
Right.
Game start. You got it on, Tony?
No, not yet.
Right.
Just started.
I'll probably be leaving the call pretty soon because I got business to take care of here.
Do it up, bro.
All right, dear. You guys have a good one. And I'll see you, YR.
Right, take it easy, brother.
You too. And Tony, if you're not doing anything, come on our show tomorrow evening.
All right, brother.
Definitely. I sent an invite earlier today, to be on our show we're talking about our favorite music videos.
He's too good for the music shows, bro. Come on.
All right, thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
All right, bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.
You are, bro. You only listen to your own music. You don't listen to other people's music.